matter. Tonight is a somber uh, show. I am joined with Barry 3D Carter and Thomas Patrice. Unfortunately, Zilf Ali is not with us tonight. He's just in Dubai. He didn't die or anything like that. Well, he might. I don't know, but um, he's fine. Trust me. A very special thank you to Jaybird Digital Arts for the look and everything else, and the logos and all that. He's redone Smokey for me. He's done the A Touch of Gray Matter. He's done the 3D Shield for Barry Carter. I believe he's doing stuff for Thomas Patrice. Don't show us the Canadians logo. He didn't design that. Don't start. So tonight our topic is going to be
actors and personalities who have passed away that actually made a difference to a lot of people in a good way. I'd like to first say goodbye to Betty White. She starred in so many memorable TV shows, Golden Girls being one of them. She worked with a lot of good actors. It's sort of like my saying goodbye to icons that we've lost. So, besides Betty White, God rest your soul, you were one of the funniest ladies in comedy. You worked way beyond a lot of other people, and we thank you for everything you did, everything up until the end. Secondly, Sidney Poitier. What can we say about a man who not only changed the face of acting, but did it for African American actors and gave us a lot to live up to? Amazing actor, amazing spokesman, amazing gentleman. Thank you so much for everything you did. And myself, and I can include Barry Carter, even Dave in this, when we say, no one said this better. They call me Mr. Tibbs, one of the best actors, hands down. One guy that personally changed a lot for the rap scene, DMX. D, you did so much for music that is still touching us. Just your albums, the things you did, the things you said. He had a couple of problems, yes, but overall, this was a great musician, great lyricist, and a great man when it came to music all around. One guy who I was personally shocked to see go, Bob Saget. You created a world that just was so amazing. Full House. It came back and went back into circulation a second time. Thank you so much for your comedy. Thank you so much for your stand-up. Thank you so much for you being you. There are so many other people who have passed on, but I don't want to keep doing this because this is a little bit sad. I just wanted to take a moment. We just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to these individuals and so many more who made it possible for the world of entertainment to be what it is today. Gentlemen, anybody you would like to speak on?
I mean, there's more people that we could speak on, but I mean, for those that made the impact, we just thank them, and we just got to live up to the example. You brought out some great people already. I'll go back to DMX, and that's even including DMX and his Christmas song. So, I mean, hey, that's all I'm going to say. DMX and his Christmas song. DMX doing the 12 days of Christmas?
On the first day of Christmas. You know what I'm saying? That's DMX.
Well, that was DMX. I don't know how DMX did the 12 days of Christmas. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. I'm like, okay, as much as I enjoy his music, when he came out with the Christmas Carol, even DMX was having some fun. So,
yeah,
don't take yourself too seriously in this life.
Don't. It's And see, that's the thing with these individuals. The reason I'm mentioning these individuals is because life is all about chances, and life is all about doing just stepping out and presenting yourself in your best light. And that's what these individuals did. They were amazing for what they did, and like them being gone, these are icons that changed a lot of what we see and know as entertainment today. Yeah. So I just want to mention them and say thank you.
Cool. I said Bob Saget. I mean, I saw the memes. Bob Saget was YouTube before YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DMX did a Christmas song.
The early days of TikTok.
Yeah. But that was the whole thing. And that's a funny thing, right? Because right now people are probably watching us and they've seen us perform live. And let's just put it this way. It's all acting because what we do is real. Don't get me wrong. But what I mean by acting is Bob Saget, if you knew his comedy, but you saw him on TV night and day. He did kind of go that clean route at one point, but that was not him. Bob Saget will take you down a road, and you sit there. But you see him, he's playing the family man on TV. Same thing with Eddie Murphy. People's heard of Eddie Murphy. He's okay. He's in the movies. He's cussing away. Not Eddie Murphy's dead. I'm just saying you get Eddie Murphy on screen and people see him on Saturday Night Live. And then when they saw him in Delirious, it was like, oh, he's not doing buckwheat. He's not running around the street going, okay. He's talking about, dicks are this big and all that stuff. So, for Bob Saget, it's true. So Bob Saget to go and play the character he did as, a head of a family, always in a suit, well dressed. He looked clean cut. But then you go and see his comedy. Oh, you will need therapy.
Oh, well, and I mean, like I put up yesterday. Yeah, America's Funniest Home Videos and Full House were great, but if you've never seen his stand-up or his bit from The Aristocrats, then you're definitely missing out. And then I put the disclaimer. Not safe for work, and if you're easily offended, watch at your own risk.
I gave a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some people didn't. I'm really disgusted at this. I don't care if it was supposed to be a joke. It is sick, and I am so ashamed you even think he would tell this. Sickening. He was on the Epstein pedo list of visitors.
Who is this?
Bob Saget are saying.
Bob Saget.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right, but that's just they take the persona and think it's real, right? Because everyone was making jokes about him being so dirty and the jokes he would do on stage as a stand-up, and then say, oh well, he was probably more likely to screw those girls than to be a father to those girls. Now keep in mind, it's just stand-up. It's just a form of expression. Doesn't mean just because he's saying it, he's living it. I'm not walking around going and say people should be on the hit list, and then we say they should be doing it. It's like, I'm not out there killing people, even though some should disappear. But it's his comedy. That's his twisted message to the world, but it also makes you think. It entertains you. It makes you think. If you look at when he got roasted, he came on stage with alcohol and the goat. During his roast. So come on now, he's playing a character. You think he might like his woman young, but he don't like him illegally. He ain't stupid.
Well, no, and not only that too. Have you seen his wife, for Christ's sake?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
It kind of takes the wrinkles out of the old robe, don't it?
Yeah, he's good. And they catch, I think, the true moments of Bob Saget. One of my personal favorites, small role in the movie Half Baked with Dave Chappelle, where Dave Chappelle goes to a meeting to stop smoking weed. Like, right, so it's a drug meeting. Everyone's like, "Oh, I've done this for cocaine and I stopped this." And then Dave Chappelle's like, and he's like, "Why are you here?" He's like, "Oh man, well, I like my girl, but I smoke a lot of weed and I want to quit weed." And Bob Saget jumps up during this kind of AA meeting, and he goes, "You're here for weed? You're here for fucking weed?" Like, than what you saw him on, America's Funniest Videos. He took that job just to get a paycheck to help out his sister who had a lot of medical bills.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't like to do the job because he says it's not me. He got on Full House. He didn't like doing that job because he said it's not him. He struggled because he goes, that I don't feel funny because that is not me. He even said, have they seen my stand-up? Oh, they love you. You look great. Yeah, he looks clean cut. Put him in a suit. He looks like Mr. Prim and Proper. But the executives at the time didn't even listen to his stand-up. He did try to do clean stuff at one point, but he's known as a dirty comic for a reason. So when he took those jobs, he took them to support his family, to help pay medical expenses for his sister, who I think was going through cancer treatments. So he did that as a bigger person. So it shows you the heart of the person. Doesn't matter how filthy he was a good person. Just as we say, as Dave says at the end of every show, right? If you can't find one, be one. He was one. So you can have people, of course, interpret his material as truth to how he lived, as opposed to whatever.
What you see is not always what you get. You must look at the camera. You must look at the character through the lens of the camera because they're portraying a character. Even when somebody's on stage, their stand-up persona is not always who they are.
On stage persona. As an actor, you're acting. That is your job, right? You really think that, for example, Samuel Jackson is at home going, motherfucker, every 2 seconds to his wife, she would knock him out. You can practice motherfucker. You can't say motherfucker 24/7 in his house. His wife would kill him. Say what again? Say what again? Samuel, you better put your ass down and do them dishes. Right? Don't believe your press.
Wow. He's definitely the bitch of the family, right?
Well, his big break. Samuel's big break was in Coming to America, where he played.
Yes.
Right, yeah, he Coming to America, where he played the drug dealer who was trying to rob the McDowells.
The junkie,
right?
Yeah, he's trying to rob the McDowells, and he comes with a shotgun, and he gets taken out by Eddie Murphy. But that was his big break. And before that, he was on drugs. He was going through all that. His wife was supporting him. She pushed him to get into acting, pushed him to get clean. She's pulled him up to now. And now, they're getting that Mickey Mouse money.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But so just because he's walking around shooting people in the head and saying motherfucker every 2 seconds in a movie doesn't mean that's his off stage. Him on stage persona, in front of the camera persona, that is him. And the same thing goes for Bob Saget.
Listen, people have been doing this since the 1920s when the talkies came out. Well, not talkies, but when the silent movies were out, right? They would see a person portray somebody in a movie and then believe it because they couldn't suspend, they couldn't separate, fantasy.
Can't separate. Reality. Yeah, exactly.
So some people get stuck.
But a lot of people still can't separate the fantasy from reality.
Wrestling's real.
Okay, we're gonna leave Barry alone for a moment.
Point. No, but you see it all the time with everybody. Like as soon as something changes in one of their favorite shows or whatever else, or one of their characters goes off and whatnot, it's like people lose their fucking mind over this shit.
Yep.
And it's like they're fictional. They're not real.
What like one of our shows
is for you.
No, but one of our shows. Remember we spoke about Superman's son being bisexual and people losing their minds, right? Yeah. If fantasy is great because all of us like to watch movies, all of us like to indulge in fantasy. It's great, but when people take it to they try to pull it through the fourth screen, so to speak, the fourth wall, so to speak, and say it's real, it's going to affect somebody. No, it's affecting you. Okay, and you need to just step aside for a moment and let reality carry on without you. Okay.
Like today, they finally put out the trailer. I mean, by the time this comes out, people have already seen it, but they put out the trailer for the new Fresh Prince TV show called Bel Air. And people are losing their minds because it's not the, in a lighthearted kind of thing with a message. It looks more like, Will Smith met Power or he's on Empire. right? It's got a lot more of a darker feel. But what I found out was the guy who came up with this did a fan-made film, a fan-made trailer with this back in 2019, and I put it up on my Facebook page. And then it got seen, and he got hired to do the new reboot of the whole thing. So it's a lot more serious. Like Carlton is not. It's not unusual to be loved. It's not that Carlton. Carlton is like, yeah, Will. So what did you do to get brought over here? In the trailer, Will Smith gets into a fight with a guy at the basketball court. Okay, sure. The guy is like a gangster or a drug dealer, whatever case be. Cops come in, bust the whole thing. Will Smith, but I mean, Will in Fresh Prince has a gun in his bag, and his mom freaks out, saying, "Okay, well, this guy wants to kill you. You got to get out of Philly."
No, but here's the thing. Here's the whole thing. Look, people are going to do remakes. People are going to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah,
people rehash stories all the time.
Yeah,
instead of getting bent out of shape, give it a chance.
No, it's true.
I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it and watch it. I'm not going to be thinking about, well, okay, where's Will Smith? When is he going to come in? Right?
Yeah, no, it's true. But the bottom line is that
Phil.
Pardon me?
He's playing Uncle Phil.
I don't know the name of the actor, but everyone was complaining that he's not fluffy.
No, I said he's playing Uncle Phil. Will Smith will play Uncle Phil.
Really?
No, I'm fucking with you. How the fuck would I know?
No, he's not.
Say it like that.
All I said, like, one of my buddies told me, he's like, "Hey man, you see the trailer?" I'm like, "Ooh, you better keep Jada away from that young boy because she likes those guys' hood."
Yeah, that's a totally other story for another show.
That boy looks like he carrying on a lot like Will Smith. Like Will Smith almost recast it. Like he almost gave himself a personal reboot. You understand that? This kid can turn around now and do every Will Smith movie and just reboot it. He's got a career for life. But going back to all the people that passed away, very simple. It's a shame they're gone. They made their mark, but let's not forget them. Go out there, support their projects. Go out there and support their music. Go out there and see what they've done. And for a lot of people that have missed their stuff, I mean, let's go. Betty White had a long, lustrous career. Go and find her movies, find her stand-up specials, find her guest appearances. She did a guest appearance on the Jackson 5 show when they had a variety show.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Blows my mind. Okay, go back and see what you had to do. And then do some Google searching. Everyone likes to Google search, big booties and twerking girls. Google search Betty White. See what she stood up for. See what she did.
Sorry, you can Google big booties.
Big booties.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Betty White was in that video. You're saying, right?
Hey, look, Betty White in The Proposal was hilarious.
Oh, she was amazing.
Right. Okay, but there's more than just a couple of places that she did. She had her own show multiple times. She's got great bits. Look at what her and her chats, as Dave said before in her other show. Her between Ryan Reynolds, hilarious. So DMX, enjoy the music. Go to the club. Go to an old school night. Tell them when you hear DMX. The song they're X, not X, but I mean DMX. Turn the volume up, hit the dance floor, dance, throw it a giblet, spring your back, whatever case would be, enjoy it. Betty White.
Sorry, throw it a giblet?
Yeah, I sometimes used to say that, throw it a giblet. Dave, I don't make no sense.
I don't want to make giblets. I don't have chicken parts on my body, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Throw a giblet, spraying a spleen. I don't know. Whatever, man. I'm not a biology student. I'm a comedy guy, man.
Teabag a bartender. Like whatever you're gonna do.
Didn't T-Pain do that song?
No, he said, "I'm in love with a stripper."
Oh, wasn't Teabag a bartender? Okay, maybe that was a movie I watched. Never mind. So,
what the fuck is a T-Pain?
So, anyways, that's all I wanted to say tonight was to take a moment and say thank you to these people who have come and gone, artists, these actors, these singers, these dancers, these comedians. I don't know what the hell he's talking about giblets. I don't know anything about no giblets. I'm not throwing no giblets nowhere, and I'm not teabagging nobody at a bar. So, yeah.
Dip.
Betty White looking down at you right now, Barry. And she's not happy.
Oh, she's funny. Trust me. She good. She good. Betty White looking down at me. Come on. She was almost twerking in The Proposal. Yeah. We good. That's all I gotta say. I'm telling you something right now. If y'all saw Betty White when she was younger, okay, y'all. Yeah.
Going back to that Googling big booty thing.
Oh man, that just went sideways. I'm trying to make a momentous moment, and this giblet, it's always gonna stuck in my head now. Giblets.
I'm sure her body is still warm enough.
Ooh.
Ha! Okay, excuse me, folks. I will be vomiting over here. Sorry.
There's a lot of fetishes out there, but some of them just shouldn't. Nah. You know, laying with a dick. Nah.
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Not gonna do it.
Yeah.
One more.
Like
One
the two
more.
gay cannibals that went down to the morgue to suck back a few cold ones.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just
Reminds me of Kill Bill Volume 1.
It's not a tear of sadness that's coming to my eye. It's just the rank stink.
Look, if anyone can write it properly and write it in a way that's wrong and dark and funny, Quentin Tarantino. I've seen Kill Bill Volume 1. I was like, yo, man, you want the Vaseline? No, I'm good.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god.
Are you coming? Like, I'm just wondering.
After hearing that, I don't think I'll ever look at. I'm not going to be dragged into this by you two.
Who was it? George Costanza in Seinfeld. It's like, yeah, Jerry, I was getting a massage. Yeah, it moved. What moved? It moved when I was getting massaged by a man. Does that mean I'm?
Okay, so I was just going to talk about some people I really respect, and this is just totally gone sideways. So.
Now you know how it feels, motherfucker. Now you know how it feels.
Almost made you spit, huh, Barry?
Don't say that in this conversation, man. This is going to be taken so wrong.
And giblet.
It moved.
When he swallowed.
Woo! So,
I
yeah.
guess next week we go down a different rabbit hole.
That's all I got to say on this subject. I do not wish to talk anymore.
Okay then, so for Thomas Patrice, Barry 3D Carter, I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. Remember, there's a lot of good people out in the world, and if you can't find one, be one. Have a good night.
Shivers.
Yeah, you know.